Howdy, 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 back at it again. This video going to be going over Marisa's knockdowns and Oki without spending any drive gauge. So I already have a video on the channel. It was the very first one I posted for this game, for this character, going over just kind of knockdown and Oki setups. However, pretty much all those spent drive gauge. So I just want to look at, okay, if we're burnt out, if we're low on meter, if we don't feel like spending it, what do we do then if we still want to keep up the offense? So without further ado, let's get at it. So first knockdown here. This doesn't really change much from my other video. It's the same stuff because most of my setups didn't use drive gauge. So charge send heavy punch is good. If it hits, you can go into Sam light kick. If it counter hits, you can go into medium punch. A lot of different nice stuff. You can also go into command grab if it's blocked, or you can go into the jab target combo if it's blocked. A lot of nice stuff you can do. The other things that are good options, charged heavy kick, you can go into light punch, Superman punch, and that will frame trap. You can also do charged gladius, and both of these are pretty good options. One, because they will both combo, so that's kind of cool. And then as well, like if they do wake up DI or something, and you do this, you're just in a good spot, right? Now the other things you can do, you can like charge like gladius, and then then you're plus, and it beats it beats attacks and things like that. But that's about all I have to say about that knockdown, because again, I covered a lot of that stuff in my last knockdown Oki video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Next knockdown I want to look at is the medium punch slam. So we're plus 36 normally. After a forward dash, we're plus 14. 14 is a good number for us because our towards heavy kick is 14 frames. So what that means is we can do like dash forward towards heavy kick, and it hits meaty. So a couple options off this if we want to cancel it. Light gladius, it's a combo. Light Superman punch is a combo on counter hit. So nice thing about the light punch gladius is that if you really slightly charge it, whoops, didn't get off the forward fast enough. Now I just didn't even push the button. If you do a real slight charge, it still combos, and it gives you enough time to react to DI, so that if they DI, whoops, missed heavy kick again. So that if they DI, you can hold it and still win. Now I'm trying to show you. There we go. So you can hold it down and boom, bop the DI. So that's really nice. Also, what's cool about this is that can still be a true block string. So if I set him to do a block reversal move, right? If I set him to do something after he blocks, whoops, that's not what I wanted. And we hold that slightly, it's still a true block string, right? There's no gaps. But if we hold it a little bit longer, we actually can make it a frame trap. So you have a bunch of different options off of that, like gladius. You can do like this partial charge to make it a frame trap on block. You use full charge to be plus. You can do full charge if you react to DI, right? So all that stuff is really, really nice. You saw a little bit here that from towards heavy kick, light punch, Superman punch will trade with 4-frame moves. It'll beat any move that's any slower than that outright, and it obviously it'll beat lows pretty much outright too. So this is good because it never loses, it just trades, okay? And it trades at a pretty big advantage for you in terms of damage, okay? Now the other thing is if they do DI, whoops, if they do DI here, you can actually react with stance and absorb it and get a full combo. And what's cool about this is you're actually doing 1100 damage on the DI, so it's unscaled. So that combo actually did 6300, not 5200. So you can actually like get a ton of reward off that. Anything else you want to talk about with these knockdowns? I don't think so. I think that about covers it. Now, obviously, I'll talk about this real quick. You can like just do charged light there, and then their response is maybe going to be to do a low or something, right? So you go like that, and that beats the low, right? Because they do that to try to beat you charging Gladius. But again, if you just do either Superman Punch or a real partial charge, right, you're in business. Next, knockdown / route. Let's go off of this, okay? The nice thing, frame advantage is very similar. It's plus 37 instead of plus 36. Right, this is plus 36. So what's great is if we forward dash and do towards heavy kick, we're pretty much in the exact same situation, so you can treat it exactly like what we just talked about. There's not even anything new to look at. The other couple options we have here, that's the safe jump setup. So if he does wake up, DP, right, we can hopefully get a punish. Now, you can, notice I'm doing light kick there. There's nothing wrong, like you can heavy kick and it's fine. But the issue is that if they recover in place, you swap sides. So if you go for that, it just doesn't work. You miss. So that's why you want to use light kick, because then if it crosses up, it's not a big deal. Okay. The other option you have here, and you see this a lot on Modern, is you just stop the combo early. Like super early, you don't go for an ender. Because really Gladius, this knockdown, we don't get anything off of. We're not really close enough. You see we're plus 14 there, but we're not in range to do towards heavy kick. If he did wake up with a button, it would hit him, but if he doesn't wake up with a button, we get whiff punished, so we don't really like that. So they'll just jump here, and what you'll see there is your plus 11, which means you get a true 50-50 between command grab, which is 13 frames, and towards heavy kick, which is 14 frames. So they can't mash, they can't DI, they can't do anything to get out of it. They just have to either block or jump. Or backdash or whatever. But point is, they can avoid the throw or avoid the attack, or they can DP. And it's really, those are the only options they have. So that's a pretty strong scenario for you. Now, granted, you do lose some damage by not doing an ender, but you probably get more damage out of it in the long run. Okay. Next knockdown I want to look at, Superman Punch. Light Superman Punch is in the same sort of spot as mid-screen Gladius. It just doesn't really leave you in a range where you can actually threaten anything. Medium and heavy are a different story, right? They leave you closer so you can forward dash, walk up. And then again, it's really the same sort of place that we've been with our other knockdowns. I was just a little bit late there. But you see, boom, we got the same decision tree as what we had before. So, into the corner. What's cool here? Well, this knockdown and this knockdown and this knockdown are all the same frame advantage, right? So you can use the same setup on all of them. So the most common setup you're going to see, at least from like a guy like Big Bird, is to whiff stand jab here. Leaves us at plus 17, which means we can charge back heavy punch, and it will counter hit them if they mash. It'll also catch them if they jump. Right? And then we can either reset it, or we can go into a safe jump, or whatever, right? Very, very nice. If they block and then mash, we're in the spot where we can trade and combo off the trade, right? Again, really nice. If they decide not to do anything, we can command grab them, right? If they try to delay tech, we auto shimmy them, right? If they try to jump, and we did this, that does work. I was just a little bit late with my attacks there, right? They get caught. If they try to DI, whoops, we go for strike. Why do I keep getting crouch? Oh my goodness. I didn't charge it. Right? They try to DI, and we go for Gladius. They lose. They try to DI, and we go for command grab. They lose. Right? So it just puts them in this really rough spot where it's kind of like, okay, I can DP, or I can just take whatever pressure you're doing. The other thing that you'll see Big Bird do a lot is he won't push it right away. He'll just throw like 8 of those in a row. He'll just keep charging them until you press. And it's extremely effective. So the other option I like to do is I like to whiff crouch medium punch. Leaves me at +10, which lets me get a command grab as a meaty. Whoops, I was a little bit late with my frame kill there. Ooh. Oh my goodness, why is my execution so bad? I'm telling you, my controller's on the fritz. Right, like these buttons, like this D-pad just does not work anymore. Either that or I've forgotten how to do a quarter circle. But I'm gonna guess that it's probably my D-pad. Okay. So you can set that up, and then of course you can also do like towards heavy kick there, and you can set up like a trade combo. That's a little far away, but you can do stuff like that or whatever. You can combo off the trade there, or if you don't like the trade combo, push like stand heavy punch or something, and then you can combo off that if they press or whatever. So those are kind of the very bare bones setups I have for when you don't have drive gauge. This video is not very in depth because usually you're gonna have drive gauge and usually you're gonna want to spend it. But anyway, hopefully that was helpful. As always, have a good time.